Hello everyone, welcome to your own channel Learn English with Priyanka ma'am. Today I am bringing you the ultimate ICSE 2025 literature exam guide with the most important chapters, predicted questions, RTCs, important speeches and exam tips that will help you score high marks. Watch till the end because I will also share 5 must know articles to boost your English literature skills. So, let's begin. So, first, talking about Julius Caesar. Yes, this is absolutely a new play for you people. So, important speeches and questions. I'll discuss some important speeches as well as questions. The most important scenes and speeches are, that means the key speeches and the most important RTCs. First one I would suggest is Antony's funeral speech, that is Act 3 Scene 2. Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. I come to bury Caesar, not to praise him. One of my favorite speeches. Why is it important? Because it examines rhetoric and persuasion. Key ICSE theme, very important. Expected questions could be, how does Antony manipulate the crowd? So this is an important question. Next is Brutus's speech, Act 3 Scene 2. Not that I loved Caesar less, but that I loved Rome more. Why is it important? Again, this shows Brutus's justification for the assassination of Caesar. Expected questions could be, what arguments does Brutus use to justify Caesar's assassination? Right. Then comes Brutus and Cassius's quarrel, Act 4, Scene 3. Why is it important? Because the conflict between two leaders, it is actually foreshadowing the end. Right. So, expected question could be, what does this scene reveal about Brutus and Cassius? Important question. Act 4 Scene 3 is also pretty important. Cassius is the ghost of Caesar, right? Thou shalt see me at Philippi. Why is it important? Because supernatural elements and foreshadowing, Brutus's fate, everything is covered in this scene. Expected question is, what is the significance of Caesar's ghost? Right. And the last one, Brutus's last words, Act 5 Scene 5. Caesar, now be still. I kill not thee with half so good a will. Remember one? So, why is it important? Because Brutus's guilt and tragic hero's moment has been described here. Why is it important? Because Brutus's guilt and tragic hero moment has been discussed here. So, what kind of question can come? How does Brutus reflect on his own downfall? So, these scenes will definitely be tested, quite sure. Go through these speeches. One of the questions will definitely come, memorize key lines and themes to answer well. You have to go through each speech. Do not just read the paraphrase. No, don't do that. Paraphrase is not going to help you score 100 on 100. If you actually want to score good marks, go through the text, read the text, comprehend the text. I have often seen children जो सिर्फ paraphrase पढ़ के चले जाते हैं and in the exam they are not able to make out ये dialogue कब बोला गया, कहाँ बोला गया, क्या sense है, because many a times they do not give you the direct speech, थोड़ी सी unexpected speeches भी दे देते हैं. तो जब तक आप बगल वाली, दैट मीन्स कई बुक्स में ऐसा नहीं होता है एक तरफ पैराफ्रेज और एक तरफ ओरिजिनल टेक्स्ट है, जब तक आप ओरिजिनल टेक्स्ट नहीं पढ़ेंगे you will not be able to score 100 on 100. In order to score 100 on 100, you have to read through the text. टेक्स्ट पढ़ो, बुक रीड करो, बुक से अच्छा कुछ भी नहीं है. नो नीड टू रीड hundreds of papers and everything like that. Just go through your book. That is the biggest asset which you have. Now, talking about short stories. ICSE short stories focus on emotions, technology, and patriotism. The most important ones I can say are, according to me, the first one would be Pedestrian, Ray Bradbury. Why? Because here theme, technology, isolation, individuality is highlighted. So, important RTC could be to enter the silence. That was the city at 8 o'clock of the misty evening in November. What can be expected question? How does the story warn about the dangers of technology? One last question which comes for 4 marks. So this is quite important. Next could be the last lesson. Again, the theme is language, patriotism, regret. So most likely RTC can come from, will they make them sing in German, even the pigeons? Right, this is thought by France. So how does the story highlight the loss of identity? One important question is from this. Generally everyone is saying this is not going to come, but I don't know why I feel this chapter can come. Go through this chapter, that is the girl who can. Yes, I don't know why, but I have a very sharp intuition that this chapter is definitely going to come. Read the chapter once before attempting the paper. Go through your workbooks are the best thing which can actually give you all the details. Go through the workbook, go through the chapter, read line by line. Do not just rely on the summary. रीड द चैप्टर को लाइन बाय लाइन रीड करिए, वो ही आपको सबसे अच्छे आंसर्स लिखा सकता है, सिर्फ रीडिंग द चैप्टर्स. मार्क्स कैसे आएंगे? ट्राई टू यूज़ द वर्ड्स फ्रॉम द चैप्टर इटसेल्फ. जो चैप्टर के वर्ड्स हैं वो ही वर्ड्स को इनकॉर्पोरेट करने की कोशिश करें. दोज वर्ड्स आर कॉल्ड की वर्ड्स. सो according to me, the third important chapter can be the girl who can. So the theme of this chapter is gender roles, self identity, and I feel I had always known that my legs were too thin. This can be a good RTC. And the question could be, what does the grandmother's perspective reveal about tradition? So this is also important, this chapter, according to me. So prepare these stories well. One futuristic story and one emotional story will surely come. So I feel that these two stories are pretty sure they are going to come. Now talking about poetry. So poetry also holds very good marks. One can score full marks in poetry. ICSE always asks one nature based and one moral based poem. The most probable ones, according to me, I feel that first one is Haunted Houses by H.W. Longfellow. The theme of the poem is life after death, memory, and supernatural. Most likely, RTC, all houses wherein men have lived and died are haunted houses. And the expected questions could be explain how the poet presents life after death. So this para, try to go through these poems thoroughly. I feel the next one is Glove and the Lions by Leigh Hunt. Again, the theme is of bravery and morality. So this is quite an important RTC. What lesson does the poem teach is the expected question. Who was Count the Lodge? Who was a lover? These are important questions. So these two have high probability. Memorize their themes and poetic devices. And the last one is Power of Music by Sukumar Ray. I think that this poem, because again, one Indian poet generally is tested in the exam, so I think this poem can also come. This is also an important poem, Power of Music. So again, I would like to tell you all that go through the chapters, read the poem thoroughly. Once you go through the chapters, believe me, it becomes easy for you to write your answers. In order to write your answers, you need to learn at least 5 to 6 keywords from the chapter itself. If you know the keywords, try to use them in your answers and you'll see that no one can cut your marks. बिलीव मी स्टूडेंट्स, दो स्टूडेंट्स जो साल भर नहीं पढ़ते हैं, अभी 2-3 दिन से भी पढ़ रहे हैं, इवन दो स्टूडेंट्स कैन स्कोर फुल मार्क्स इन लिटरेचर में मार्क्स स्कोर करना डिफ़िकल्ट नहीं है. ट्राई टू यूज़ कीवर्ड्स. जस्ट गो थ्रू द चैप्टर, लाइन बाय लाइन चैप्टर को रीड करें, लाइन बाय लाइन चैप्टर को समझें. दैट इज़ इट. यू डू नॉट हैव टू पिक अप हैवी बुक्स एंड नोट्स एंड गो थ्रू देम. नो नीड फॉर दैट. सब समझ में आएगा. ICSE 10th टफ नहीं होता है. आप लोग में शॉर्ट RTCs आते हैं, बहुत लंबे लंबे आंसर्स भी नहीं लिखने होते हैं. बहुत ईजिली यू कैन स्कोर full marks in literature. you won't believe that so many students score 100 on 100 in literature में score करना tough नहीं है. You just have to use keywords. जितने keywords हो सके उसको use करें. Believe me, it becomes very easy for you people. Right now, I am going to give you some expert tips to maximize your marks. Tip number 1. First of all, and this is my always advice, use keywords. ICSE examiners look for specific words from the text, underline them in your answers. जितना हो सके उसको highlight करें. Second tip is answer RTCs in 3 parts. That is your introduction, context, then explanation, and then impact. Full marks. No one can stop you from getting full marks. And the third tip is structure answers well. Always write in points for long answers. It makes your answer easy to read, and because of that it gives a very good impression and the examiner gives you marks easily. And the last one is, of course, time management. 40 minutes for drama, 30 minutes for poetry, and 30 minutes for prose. You need to adjust your time. Revise from the prescribed books only. Do not rely on summaries alone. Quote exact words from the text. If your words have changed, you are not going to get marks for that. Remember that. Quote का मतलब होता है exact word. Change the words. And one thing very important which I would like to tell while checking your copies, I often get this thing. See, you cannot write the words like I, me, we. That means the first person pronoun without inverted commas. Agar inverted comma mein hai, then that's fine. But if you are not writing in inverted comma, then your answer will be wrong. So if you are not able to remember the exact words from the book or extract, do not put inverted comma. Keywords use करें और हमेशा third person में लिखें. He was, they were. So always write in third person and use the keywords rather than putting direct quotes. Quote में एक भी word गलत होगा तो वो quote आपका गलत consider किया जाएगा. So that's it, guys. Now you know everything about ICSE literature exam, most important chapters, RTCs, exam tips, and expert tricks. Comment below if you need any help, and do not forget to like, share, and subscribe for more ICSE exam tips. All the best. Bye bye.